Hello everyone, welcome to channel The Medicine. I am Dr. Guna here. Kindly pause to read the disclaimer fully. Let's see the skin series starting with structure of skin. Human skin basically has two layers. The outer layer is called epidermis and the inner layer is called dermis. The outer epidermal layer is mostly divided into four stratum. The stratum corneum is the most superficial stratum, followed by stratum granulosum present beneath the corneal layer, and stratum spinosum beneath the granular layer, also called prickle cell layer, and stratum basale, called the deepest basal layer of epidermis. The inner dermis, which forms the bulk of the skin, is again divided into two layers. The papillary dermis, called the upper part of the dermis, and the reticular dermis, called the lower part of the dermis. The skin sits on a cushion of fatty tissue rich in adipocytes. This is called the subcutis. The subcutis provides a conduit for blood vessels that includes arteries that provide blood supply to the skin and also for its corresponding veins that drains it. The subcutis also separates skin from underlying structures that includes the skeletal muscles present beneath it and the sheaths overlying the muscle called the superficial fascia and the deep fascia. The dermis has upward projections that interdigitates with downward projections from epidermis. The upward dermal projections interlocks with the downward epidermal projections. The epidermal ridges interlocks or interdigitates with dermal papilla, and this junction is called the dermoepidermal junction. Let's see the epidermis now. The primary resident skin cells of epidermis are keratinocytes. Basal keratinocytes, a tall columnar epithelium that holds long elliptical nucleus, and this layer is called stratum basale. Later the cells ascend, becoming more polyhedral in nature with spiny or spiky appearance. The spiny appearance is because of cell-to-cell connections that holds the cells together like spot wells called the desmosomes. This layer is called stratum spinosum. On further ascending, the cells starts flattening out and losing nuclei but holds a lot of granules inside it called the keratohyalin granules. It contains filaggrin. Filaggrin helps in keratin filament aggregation. In addition, there are spherical lamellar granules called the Odlin bodies or the keratosomes. They discharge their lipid contents into intercellular spaces, aiding cohesion. This layer is called stratum granulosum. Ultimate flattening of keratinocytes happens on the top layer, which possesses no nuclei and no cytoplasmic organelles, but contains only keratin filaments as macrofiber. This keratin aggregation is done here by filaggrin. There is also a conified envelope beneath the plasma membrane. It is made of loricrin and involucrin and provides physical barrier support to skin. This layer is called stratum corneum. Journey of keratinocyte begins in stratum basale. Then the cells ascend to stratum spinosum. followed by further ascent to stratum granulosum and ends with stratum corneum. This is followed by falling off like a leaf. This shedding process takes 28 days on an average. Another resident cell of epidermis interspersed among basal cells are large dendritic cells that synthesize melanin and distributes it to keratinocytes, called the melanocytes, which are responsible for skin color, but most importantly, its protection against UV rays. Antigen presenting cells are present in epidermis, called the Langerhans cells. It serves immune protection against microbial invaders of the skin. Let's see dermis now. Dermis has a rich interlaced network of connective tissues made of collagen, elastin and proteoglycans called the extracellular matrix or ECM. Cells in dermis that synthesize this extracellular matrix are called the stellate-shaped fibroblasts. ECM provides structure and support to the dermis. Dermis is further enriched with blood supply up to dermal papilla, has both superficial and deep plexus in the dermis, along with nerve endings that carry sensory impulses. Dermis also holds appendages including the glands that secrete sweat directly to the skin surface and thereby helps in temperature regulation, called the eccrine sweat glands. Another important dermal appendage includes the hair follicle and the sebaceous gland. Both together constitutes the unit called the pilosebaceous unit. This is the basic structure of human skin. Human skin, as we all know it, covers a surface area of approximately 1.5 to 2 square meters, making it the largest organ in the body and constitutes 16% of our body weight, making it the heaviest organ in the body. And that concludes the presentation. Knowledge is power. Let your power progress all life.